I have this sense about dreams, and that is that, you know, if dreams are real, and this is real, you know, which is the dream and which is, do you know what I mean? In other words, you know, you've said yourself that things that happen in dreams can be, you know, as effective in terms of your consciousness, your state of awareness, your, you know, the effect it might have on you, and indeed the wider universe, for all we know. Which begs the question then, you know, what is reality? Which is why I asked the question, because I think, you know, reality is one of those awful words. I think it's a bit like sort of truth and so on, because it's, you know, my sense is that it can only ever be subjective. And this is why I asked you about the sort of, you know, because you've obviously got a subjective and an objective working together with this.
Yeah.
But that's been my sense. And one of the reasons is because I think dreams are a good example of you know, that sort of, that element of reality which is unreality, but can only ever be part of your subjective reality, if you like. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like we own the dream, and therefore it can only ever be subjective. Am I making myself clear?
No, actually, that's an interesting kind of aspect, and that's why I think dreams are interesting. Is an interesting form of reality, because in many ways it's much more our own little world. I think there is an element of the kala, you know, the karma working through it.
And what's the difference between that and what we're experiencing now?
There isn't.
Isn't this our own little world?
No. But what I'm saying is that we as conscious beings get to see two aspects of reality. One is messing about with the physical stuff, and the other is messing about with the etheric, you know, the ether stuff.
Okay.
Even
though there are physical things in a dream.
Well, you know, there might be pictures, but they're not physical necessarily.
Not,
you know,
not literally physical.
You know, the guy eating Smarties realised he'd eaten all the buttons off his
like
pajamas.
Watching a movie, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. But normally we're messing around on the gross elements of the physical stuff, but in a dream we're messing about with the kind of more what they call the subtle, the three elements of mind, intelligence, and ego. And we're kind of messing around with those things. So we're exploring a different area of reality. But as you say, they're both reality, and often within the ethereal one. Sometimes our dreams, things are brought in from external sources, and we can be affected by other entities in dreams. You could actually...
Explain. You mean shared dreams, or how does this? Who are these other entities?
Well, there are forms of consciousness which don't have physical bodies, but which have kind of subtle, not gross physical, but subtle physical.
Not of our
kind of ghostly states, I suppose. You know, and that sort of level, and they can float around. They can't. They say some people, some of these kind of entities can actually manipulate matter, but it's easier for them to interact with you when you're in a dreaming state.
Yes.
You've probably
you're in the same dimension.
Because you've gone into that dimension.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Your consciousness has gone out to that dimension.
Yeah.
For instance, if you've ever felt yourself being suffocated, in a dream, it's often the effect of some kind of ghostly entity causing some trouble to you. And often you have to make an effort, snap out of this one to get out of it.
Yes, I had that recently.
So that there are times when this kind of can happen. So dreams aren't entirely your own world, and there are elements, you are kind of being fed elements from outside as well.
Okay.
But generally I think we kind of think that we're more in control of them, and it's much more our own arena. But it's not always the case. But you're raising the point earlier that if, in one sense, can be considered, our physical world and our involvement in it can be seen as a kind of dreaming state, and also we have this other dreaming state. I think that's true, because ultimately we are separated from both, and at the same time
Well, the only difference is that we're asleep, isn't it? That's the only difference.
That's the only difference. But it's our consciousness is going out thinking it's experiencing, and at the moment we're so-called awake thinking our consciousness is going out experiencing. But in one sense we're as detached with both,
Yes.
and we're involved as much with both. But that doesn't mean we should confuse the two. It's like, I'm living inside, I'm going outside. You know, we know the difference. You know, we can really screw up our minds if we start thinking, well, it's just all one big dream, and whether I'm dreaming or awake, it's all the same. God knows what would happen. What sort of path that would lead us. We still have to be aware of where we are, and what we're doing. So I think we have to see this distinction in both.